Hey guys, and welcome back to the TheEpickCast the podcast. I'm Epic Joe, and I'm here with
Henry!
and this is season 2 of the TheEpickCast on the brand new channel, the brand new videos. We've already made 2 videos, the intro and our PlayStation 4 review. More reviews of games and videos and such coming out in the near future. We've already recorded a bunch, but it just needs to be edited and uploaded. So you can expect a lot of amazing content to be uploaded on this channel. And obviously, we're continuing the podcast because a bunch of you guys like this. It will still be every Monday now, but for the next 2 weeks we have exams, so we might not upload on those next 2 Mondays. But after that, you can expect a video much more often than last time. We'll try and actually keep to the schedule, and hopefully we can stick to it. Any words, Henry?
So we're gonna do like unboxings whenever we can. We're gonna do reviews whenever we can. They don't have to be like brand new games out, as long as they're new to us and like we can share what we think about it. So
Yeah, we're gonna do like first experiences where we play a game for the first time and we can say exactly our thoughts on it and opinions. And in our reviews, we say whether or not you should buy a certain game or spend money on it. We say what kind of people we think would benefit from the game, and etc. But you can go and watch the reviews. There'll be a link to the PlayStation 4 review and any more reviews we make. But right now, this is a podcast, and now we're doing some things a bit differently. We're not going to be doing like Would You Rather anymore and stuff like that. Now we're going to be talking about gaming news and updates, things in the world of media and fiction and whatever, TV, movies, whatever it is. We're going to be talking about and delivering you news and updates on all the things you love as fast and as soon as possible. So,
are we still doing favorite of the week?
yeah, we can still do favorite of the week. Should we start with that?
Yeah, you go first. You go first.
Okay, my favorite of the week has I don't have a favorite of the week. You say yours. Let me think of one.
Okay, mine's split then. Mine is either between 2 games. The 2 games I own on the PS4. It's either between NBA 2K14 on the PS4, especially in my career, because lately I've been playing it like a lot, and that's mainly me and Joe's conversations at school, is just talking about NBA because the career is amazing. He plays on PS3, I play on PS4, so we have different experiences. He meets Obama, I don't. And
If I win the championship.
yeah, and it's a great game. I suggest it if anyone wants like a good. It's weird. It's like a story inside a sports game, so it's quite weird. And my second favorite of the week has got to be Infamous Second Son. I didn't think I would like this game because when I saw the trailer, I thought it looked very
Prototype-y.
2-y.
And he thought prototype was shit.
I didn't think it was shit. I just got bored of it very, very quickly. I didn't think it was shit. I thought it was very good for 2 days, and then just got a bit boring.
Oh wow, amazing mini review right there.
There you go.
It's good for 2 days.
Mini review. 4 out of 10. Not bad. But yeah, that's my review. Oh, that's my thing. Oh, it pisses me off. Yeah, that's what I think about Prototype 2. I mean, again, Second Son.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Second Son's so good because it's like a really good story, and the powers you get are amazing. You get the choices between good karma and bad karma, and the game plays really well, and I think it's great.
Okay. In terms of my favorite of the week, I've chosen, in terms of basketball, Miami Heat, the basketball team, are my favorite of the week.
Shut the fuck
Because
up.
not only are they the team that I support, but the games they've been playing in the playoffs right now are really good. If you're a basketball/sports fan, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not, then I'll keep this short. But in the playoffs of basketball in the NBA, they're doing really well, and I'm very happy with that. And that's why they're my favorite of the week. But we're going off track. Yeah, so that's favorite of the week, and now we're going to talk about our updates and news on the world of media, movies, video games, whatever it is. Henry, would you like to kick us off?
I would like to kick us off. So as you know, the PS4 has been released.
Nah.
What?
Of course it has.
Fuck off.
You're showing these ages. Like, why did you?
No, what I'm saying is, in the month of April, there's been a lot of games
the
coming out
news
on
7 months late.
Shut the fuck up! On a lot of PlayStation.
Next
a
week.
lot of
Did you
PlayStation
know that the
consoles,
Nintendo
and the list
64
of the
existed?
top selling games on the PlayStation consoles right now. So for PS4, I'm gonna name the top 3 on the downloads. Number 1 is Trials Fusion. I have this game. I've got a review coming out. I've just got to do the audio for it. So expect that to come out within like the next week or so. Second for PS4 is Infamous Second Son, like I just spoke about, a great game. And the third one, I have no experience with this game or the franchise, is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Joel, do you know anything about that game?
Yes, I've owned previous Metal Gear Solids on PlayStation Portable and on other PlayStation devices, I believe, and they are really good, really fun games. You'll definitely enjoy it if you get it. It's an amazing game. Not much more to say. It's a really good, unique game. It's one of those kind of spy-ish kind of games with weaponry and fighting, but it's really fun, and they have great stories.
Then moving on to the PS3, the top selling are Minecraft for the PS3, Battlefield 4, and The Wolf Among Us. Now moving on to the Vita, Joel, this is in Europe, by the way, guys, so I'm just going to do the Europe ones. Joel, this will be like related to you because you own a Vita. The top 3 are The Walking Dead, the complete first season, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, and Killzone Mercenary. So those are the top grossing and purchase games in Europe for the PlayStation consoles.
Is that this month?
That is the month of April.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so I have a bunch of news in terms of media, but I think I'm just going to talk about my first news, which is the news I'm most excited for. But very recently, they announced the brand new Pokemon games being made for this year. I believe the names were I know what they are. They're remakes of the Hoenn Pokemon games. So this isn't a new region like the previous newest 2 generations, I believe. These games are going to be set in Hoenn, and they're remakes of Sapphire and Emerald, and they're also going to make the main one Crystal, I think it is. My memory isn't that good in terms of the Pokemon games because that wasn't the generation I played the most, but they are remaking that generation, and if my memory serves right, that's the 3rd or 4th generation. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but they're remaking the games. I believe it's Pokemon Omega Sapphire and Pokemon something or other. I'm so sorry. I'll have the pictures up on the screen. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have it right here. It's Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Yeah, I know that much. And it looks really interesting. Obviously on the 3DS and Nintendo 2DS. They're probably going to keep it to the style of Pokemon X and Y, in my personal belief, because I don't see why they'd update to that new format and not continue to use it in the new games. So I think it'll be, I think it'll be really interesting to see an old region in such a new way. Like with Fire Red and the old Red, the remake was similar, yet it looked much better, but you could still see many of the similarities. The places were all in the same place, but in terms of the new format, they're going to have to make the cities much bigger and huger than they were in the previous game. And yeah, I just think it's really interesting. I don't think they've released any gameplay yet. If they have, then I'll probably sound like an idiot if I'm wrong, but I'm really excited for it, and they're definitely games that I intend to get. Despite, actually, I don't own my own personal 3DS, but I have a sibling who does, so I intend to play on that. So that's something I'm really excited for. Do you have any more news, Henry, or should I continue on?
I just came across something. I've got 2 more things, but here's the one thing I came across literally just now, which I'm excited for. On October 17th, so on October 10th for us, in England, the NBA 2K15 will be released, Joel. So
seriously, is it on PS3?
I'm pretty sure it's on all platforms. I'm not 100% about that, but I'm pretty sure it will be because it's a big game. And then here's what I found quite interesting is one of my favourite games on the 360 was, there's a bit of controversy over this, but mine was one of my favourites was LA Noire. I just really like the idea of a crime game, like all that, and they've just announced that Sherlock Holmes: Crime and Punishment will release on Xbox One with the addition of PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and the 360. So I might have to get that. That's quite good.
What kind of Sherlock is it? Old-fashioned Sherlock, TV, BBC, modern-day Sherlock?
I think it's the old-fashioned one.
Oh, okay, interesting. I love Sherlock Holmes. I'm really familiar with all of his work. I watched this TV series and such, but I've never actually played a crime video game, so I wouldn't even know about that.
Interesting.
That sounds pretty sick. And yeah, Some more news I have, and this isn't video game related, if you're for some reason still watching, even if you don't like video games. This is in regards to the very, very extremely popular YouTube channel, Epic Rap Battles of History. They released their newest video, which was Walter White versus Rick Grimes, the main characters from Breaking Bad on AMC and The Walking Dead on AMC. It's an amazing, funny video. Definitely check it out. If for some reason you don't know who they are, then you haven't lived. They have an amazing series idea. You need to definitely check that out. Now, what I'm going to say about their video is that I have loads of confirmed information about what their next couple rap battles are going to be about. If for some reason you don't want to hear a kind of spoiler, then I'll put a warning on the screen right now, and then when that spoiler goes away, you can like unmute the video and then continue watching the rest or whatever.
And you guys can click in the description for different times of different things we talk about. So if you want to go straight to the gaming news, you can click there. If you want to go to like favorite of the week, you can click that time. So it will be in the description below.
Yes, you reminded me. That has to do with the new format of the podcast. So there are annotations and in the description. Just if you wanted to just listen to the Pokemon talk, click that. If you wanted to just listen to the favorite of the week, click that. Epic Battles, whatever. Or if you want to watch the whole video, just watch the whole video. Anyway, Epic Battles of History have said in the earlier video, so this isn't even really a spoiler to be honest, that they were going to do characters like Walter White, and they also said they were going to do Goku. It's 100% confirmed now that they are doing Goku, and I'm 90% sure that they're going to do Goku versus Superman. I have no idea who they're going to get to play Goku and or Superman, but I have a feeling Nice Peter is probably going to play Goku himself. And Nice Peter himself isn't actually familiar with much of it. He said that he was reading a lot of the mangas and such to get familiar. He had to watch every episode of Breaking Bad before he did the Walter White versus Rick Grimes one, because they tried to know as much information as possible. I also know that they're going to do a George Washington rap battle, and they got Smosh to cameo in one of the new videos. It might not be the same one, but it's my personal belief that because in the Smosh video, Ultimate Assassin's Creed free rap, Ian played George Washington in their video. So I have a feeling that they might get him to play George Washington in the epic rap battle. I could be wrong. I mean, he doesn't look much like George Washington, but it could be a possibility. And another thing is that they also got Weird Al to feature in one of the videos. I have no idea who he's going to play yet, but I do know that they're going to have Isaac Newton feature in one of the newer videos, and his verse sounds really good. I heard a little of it in a preview. His verse sounds really good. It sounds like a really good rap battle. I can't wait for that. But that's all I have in terms of Epic Rap Battles of History. Do you have any more news or anything you want to talk about, Henry?
That's it for news, I think. Okay. So, there's one more thing I want to talk about. If you're from the UK, you're probably familiar with this, but it's we have a show here that used to be on called The In-Betweeners, and 2 years ago, I think it was, they released a film, and they've just released a trailer for the second one, the second film, and like I just saw the trailer, and you can ask Joel, I was just like cracking up because it looks so funny. There's I'm not gonna spoil the trailer because it's quite funny, but yeah, go and check that out in the description. Go and watch the other film. It's good, and all the other series it's great. So Joel, anything you want to talk about?
I heard about them making another movie for that, and I was also wondering if they were going to continue the series, but they probably won't. They'll probably just stick to movies for now. Oh, that's it. That's sick. But I had some more gaming news I was going to talk about. One, PlanetSide 2, the free online PC first-person shooter game that's known for having these huge servers with loads and loads of people on at the same time playing smoothly, is coming to the PlayStation 4 in 1080p graphics, which looks amazing.
Is it cross-compatible or not?
I don't know if it's crossplay, which would mean that people on like PC could play with people on PS3. I'm not sure if they're gonna do that, and it is possible because Warframe, the video game, had that feature. But I'm unaware if this game will, and I'm also actually unaware if it will still be free to play. But I'm like 90% sure it will be. Like, why would they not? And in regards to the Pokemon thing, it's Pokemon Omega Sapphire and Alpha Emerald. Yeah, and also, I was gonna talk about how,
there is one more thing I want to talk about. Oh fuck, I forgot now. Oh yeah, Jog, you're always Jog came up to me. Shut up. You did it all that time. Oh my god. You didn't even figure that. Okay, so Jog came up to me the other week and said I got a good idea for a series for this channel that we're going to do in the summer when we have more time. And I think we're going to call it one-on-one, where what we're going to do is it's like a series, multiple videos where we're going to face each other one-on-one in every genre of game. So we'll do a sports game, and then we'll do like a first-person shooter.
Yeah, one game from every category. Yeah, one game from every category. We haven't worked out exactly how it's going to work, but we'll have like some kind of point system, and there will be a definite winner. And we're thinking of doing it yearly because it's going to be kind of a long series. I mean, there are a bunch of video game genres, so we'll maybe get like some of you guys to vote what game from each genre we should play, or we'll choose. So if it's first person shooters, we'll probably do like a game of Call of Duty because that's easy because it's multiplayer. We'll do that, and then whoever wins will get the point for that game, for that genre. Pardon me. And then we'll go on to like a sports game and do that, and a racing game and do that. And it's fair because neither of us play all of the same categories or all the categories in general. There'll be one category that he'll be much better than me at. There'll be some categories that I'll be much better than him. There'll be some that neither of us have ever played and we'll both be terribly shit at, and whoever wins will just be like pure luck, and that will be hilarious.
We have to do Wii Sports.
Yeah, like Wii Sports is a game that we could do, and that's a game that I'm sure I've played a lot of it. I'm sure you have too. Like, who hasn't?
Yeah. I was gonna say, guys, leave every week from probably now or every other week or so. We're gonna probably do a Q&A as a segment. So if you can leave Q&A in the comments below, but a more direct way of doing it is following us on Twitter, which is at TheEpickCast. We'll leave a link in the description below. If you send us questions or any suggestions for videos there, I will probably respond to you. I'll definitely see it, and I'll take it into consideration.
Yeah, so if you just want to comment and ask a question and you just want to hear the answer, like I said, because the videos are going to be much longer now, we're aiming for about half an hour an episode. The annotations are really useful for being able to see. There will be the Q&A section. Just click that, and then you can listen to it, and then you can figure out the answer to your question or hear the answer to your question and or whatever.
So it's at TheEpickCast. So
yeah, at TheEpickCast on Twitter.
Make sure you follow.
Yeah. I have one more thing to talk about in terms of news. Marvel released a brand new, well, I wouldn't really say Marvel did, but there's a brand new anime that's been made for Marvel. It's called Marvel Disc Wars. It's a fully Japanese anime made in Japan by Japanese people, Japanese voice actors. It's a subtitled show, and it has that anime feel. Like, it looks like anime. It has the Japanese singing theme song, and it's like entirely like animeized, but it's Marvel. It's Marvel superheroes. The story is about like Iron Man, the Hulk, and the Avengers, and they have like discs which give these kids powers, which is like the traditional anime thing. Like, the kids will have this kind of device of somewhat, or monster or whatever, that will give them some kind of power, and that's how it pretty much works. And it's very like common like anime style, but don't get it twisted. Most people hate it, but you have to think about who it's made for. It's targeted towards Japanese kids that like superheroes. It's not targeted towards hardcore anime fans or hardcore superhero fans. So I wouldn't even advise you go watch it. Lots of people love it, and personally, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch a couple episodes. I'm sure there's only like maybe 5 out, or maybe even 1, and I will do a review on the series. But for now, like, you can check it out, but don't be disheartened if you don't like it. I mean, it's not a hardcore anime or something for the superhero fans. It's just something for kids to enjoy in Japan, not Western kids or whatever. So yeah, that's all it is for news. So now, what's the next segment?
I would say, so I said we're going to be doing more reviews and stuff like that. It's not just going to be games, it's going to be films. So speaking of films, me and Joel, it's something we really wanted to see for ages, and that's it just got released. It's Neighbours, or Bad Neighbours, whatever you call it, with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron and the Dave Franco. So we're gonna go and see that sometimes.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that sometime soon. We'll give you a review on that.
Yeah, reviews of movies, series, pretty much anything and everything that can be reviewed, you can expect to be on this channel. So much content here, guys, that you won't find on, well, any of our other channels. Yeah. And now, kind of possibly the last main thing we're going to talk about in this particular episode is Grand Theft Auto 5.
The
They
online.
have,
The onlinings.
yeah, well, Grand Theft Auto Online. Loads of rumors and speculation, but I'm pretty sure by now it's confirmed facts that the Heist update is gonna be coming out relatively soon. I am very excited for the Heist because GTA Online is a game that I really, really do like. However, the fact that the economy in that game is so bad bothers me a lot because my guy is either extremely broke, I'm talking no money to even buy a gun to even steal a shop and make money, no money, and or he's rich when I have like $500,000 that I blow out on a house or a car or upgrades or guns, and then I'm just poor again. And I just hate it. It's like you're either a hacker and you're really rich, or you're just someone who's poor, and it's all you use real money for the game and such, which is just I hate it. I hate that about the game, that everything's so overpriced and the jobs don't give you as much money as you'd like. There are some people that actually play the game properly, like I do, but there are some people that probably made a lot of money, honestly. But how many people in GTA? Yeah, but like how many people who play Grand Theft Auto Online honestly have done that? So the Heist will change that. It will allow people to actually, like in the story mode, actually do a mission and feel accomplished by making a nice amount of money. And the Heist will give out like $500,000 to maybe even $1 million, but you can only do the Heist once an update, I heard, which will probably be like maybe once a month possibly. But it's really cool. They've had it all sophisticated. You plan it out like in a story mode, where some people like, some people hate. Plan it out with your crew members and whatever. And yeah, it looks really sick. What do you think of it, Henry? Or like, what do you think they should have?
Just go, Joel.
Okay, so I was just talking about Grand Theft Auto Online for like the last 3 minutes. I was thinking I was talking to you guys and Henry, but Henry was accidentally not in the Skype call, so he was talking this whole time to himself about Grand Theft Auto and Online. Thinking that we could hear him, but we couldn't, which is why when I asked for his opinion, he was silent. It was because he wasn't even in the call, so I called him back.
I can't know what I was saying to myself.
What were you saying to yourself?
I was saying GTA Online has so much potential.
Oh my god. I actually believe that happened again. That was good. That was a nice one.
GTA 5 has so much potential, but I think Rockstar have left it too much time in between each big update. So people are sort of like left there like, oh, nothing's happening. I'm not sure if this is a good or bad thing, but they left. GTA 5 was the big sort of closing point for the like
franchise,
current gen console.
Yeah.
So I think if they sort of, as well as keep it there, brought it to the next gen, there's so much more potential for it, and it can excel and they can do much more with it. But I think it's great. They just need to sort of update it more and keep people on their controllers.
Yeah, and they need to make a Grand Theft Auto for the PlayStation Vita. That's one of the games that will save the Vita. Like, this is going off track from Grand Theft Auto Heist, but I was thinking about it, and on the PlayStation Vita, there is like many people haven't bought it because of the lack of really good games on it right now. But you know, as we go on, better games are being made for it, which is why I'm keeping mine, because I have a feeling that a really good set of games will come out for it. But games like a special Grand Theft Auto for the Vita would really help sales for it. Like Chinatown, I really liked, and a game maybe not even like that. The Vita can handle a proper like 3D full-on Grand Theft Auto game, and a really good one. So they should make one, even if it's like only like a episode sort of story from a special character from Los Santos, is from the new Los Santos. That would definitely work. Games like a special Infamous would be really good in PlayStation Vita. What do they call them when they have a main game on a console where they make a portable version? There's a name for it. I forget. It eludes me. But they should do something like that with Infamous for the Vita, even if it connects to Second Son or not. That would be one of the really good games that could save it. Sports games, they do have FIFA and stuff. They should definitely make NBA on the Vita.
Yeah, that would help it a lot.
That would help it a lot. And
I think like it's not gonna relate, but yeah, carry on.
Like they had first-person shooters. Killzone Mercenary is really good. The Call of Duty on the Vita is so shit though. It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, those are just two examples, Grand Theft Auto and Infamous, of some games that can really help the Vita. And obviously some standalone titles that are actually really, really good could help like Little Big Planet for the PS Vita's really
Yeah.
good game. Loads of people bought the console just for that. I have that game, it's great. But one really good game alone isn't really enough. It needs much more. And I just hope Sony will
a mix
improve it.
between the sort of standalone games that they spend time on, and then sort of the Vita versions of big games like, let's say, Need for Speed, which they did on a lot of the PSP, which was great. They had all the Need for Speeds. Then they had all the sports games. I think they've just cut down the titles recently. So
yeah, but the Vita are doing, they are actually quite improving with their games. Sony are doing pretty well right now. They've released Borderlands 2 on the Vita, which is obviously, like I said, a game that is greatly going to help the sales. It has PS4 remote play, which is really useful for people who have the game on PS4. Is the game on PS4?
What game?
Borderlands 2.
No.
Then how does it have PS4 remote play? Because it does have that. I'm looking at the banner on the YouTube
Maybe it is on
channel.
PS4, but I haven't seen it on the PlayStation Store. But
Either way, this is like a third game, but I didn't include it because they actually have done it. That will help save the Vita. Definitely a game I intend to get. And they're doing a lot of PS4 to PS Vita compatible games. Some of these ones don't look amazingly good. There's one called Drifter, which looks interesting. These games look interesting. They're all like kind of platform games, and you know, I haven't played them. I can only see the trailers, so I can't say how good they are. But these games are on both PS4 and PS Vita, and there's like 4 games they've made like this. There's AX on Verge, which is on both consoles. They're all like side platform games, and if they do have online, which is cross-compatible, then that's really good, because maybe they can move on to really good games that have cross-compatible features like Minecraft on the Vita and Minecraft on the PS4. If they could cross-play, that would just be the best. That would mean Henry could play Minecraft.
That makes me think two things that I'm really anticipating is so definitely Minecraft for the PS4. I'm really looking forward to that, just because it's been a while since I played Minecraft. It should be easy to play, because the 360 version was so good. And also obviously Watch Dogs on May the 26th. I'm not sure if that's right. Those are two things that I'm definitely looking forward to. So yeah.
Is Watch Dogs exclusive to PlayStation?
Nope.
It's on Xbox as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and it's on PC. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about if they ever make a sequel to PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, there are a bunch of new characters that you could add now for from the PS4, and they definitely should make a sequel to that game on PS4 and PS Vita, and on PS3 as well, like on all the newest PlayStation consoles. They should definitely make a sequel to that. That will work. PlayStation All Stars on the Vita is also another game that has helped its sales, and Injustice. There are a bunch of really good games, but the fact that they're all ports isn't really what I'm looking for. They need some really good standalone games and a bunch of really good ports of really, really new games. Like, the Vita's already seeming like one of those consoles that they almost don't make games for anymore, even though they do, but they're very, like, kind of behind the scenes games that most people will never notice.
So, is that it for this episode, Joe?
Yeah, this episode is dragged on pretty long. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll see you next time we can. Definitely check out, this channel won't just have the podcast, like we've said a million times right now. You're probably sick of hearing it, but there will be many other videos being released as soon as we can. Probably not within the next 2 weeks, but after that, expect loads and loads of videos, not just the podcast. If you don't even like the podcast, then you can come here for other videos. But this has been
follow us on Twitter as well.
Follow us on Twitter. I think that's the only social network we have at the moment. Follow us on Twitter, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Peace.